طيب ممتاز. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أهلا بكم جميعا في حلقتنا الجديدة. أم، آه، وما زلنا في الدرس الرابع أو ثالث الدرس الرابع. ممتاز. So today we start with lesson 4. Uh, Please, any questions based on what we've done so far? هل من سؤال حتى الدرس الذي ليس له علاقة بالدرس؟ إذا لديك سؤال فلتسأل. If you have question, please ask question. And mashallah, someone asked, I saw someone, but I've not seen the presence of that person in the class. Regarding that, the Zawj and the Zawja something. Yeah, mashallah, the person has really tried. Yeah. So that's what we call Muhayyid in Arabic. So that one, although you will learn it in advanced level, that's not for that's not for this junior level. So that's why you get to know some Arabic words that, although once you've started, you will now learn about some words. You know, in your basic, they've told you that the basic concept to know feminine in Arabic, they will tell you in a beginner phase that any word that's not ending with ta or marbuta, it is male. While the one that's ending with ta or marbuta, it is female. It is signs of what? Of feminine in Arabic. But that law is just a beginner level law, right? So during your advance, that's why you will get to know about some words that are not like that. That's why you always see anything that you are saying, we always say 99%, not all. So because doing that advanced law, you will get to compromise with a lot of laws that you've learned. So you will see them not working. So you will see them that they are not that are just you will just get to know more of the advance that okay, most of the laws that you've known that they are not currently working again. So now let me give you one example so that you will get to understand what that person really posted the other time. Although if that person is here, that person should indicate. It means that that person has really, mashallah, that person has really gone far in Arabic concepts. For someone to know that kind of laws, right? That person must have really gone far. If the person is something scholar, right? I think that's the name of the user. That's
Yes, sir.
okay. Is the person here?
No, no, no. He's not in class. I know him well.
Okay. So
I
let's.
have a student. I think he has the exam soon.
Okay, Afit.
Yes.
Mashallah, mashallah. That's nice. So that's what you will get to understand. What's the name? That's like let's just give you one example so that you will get to understand what he's trying to post for those that are not really getting it. Now there's some like my boss now that's just talked now. So you see that his name is a Hamza. So Hamza in Arabic concept, Hamza is a feminine word. Hamza. So it is because we like in Arabic concept, so they don't pronounce of the last letter, especially if it is star. So the tar will be changed to ha. So that's why you say hal ataka hadithul ghashiyah. If you are stopping, you won't say hal ataka hadithul ghashiyat. So if it is that tar, it means that that tar is the one that used to be flat. That tar maftuha. So but that tar marbuta, so Arabic they change it to ha in terms of pronunciation. If you are stopping, so it's not be Hamza. So normally the Arabic concept that Hamza it is a feminine word. So Hamza. So it's supposed to be here Hamza because that's the normal law for beginner phase, but it is not like that, right? So that's what they call muhayyid. That is where a male symbol would be used for female for feminine. That is, and especially that one you get to understand that especially if it is something that they are not sharing is or if it is something if it is something that can be seen in male except that just more of like natural thing that Allah has already used to differentiate between male or female or between two things. So that's when Arabic will not just go for since male won't have that concept, so Arabic will just use it for like a male. Now like hamil means pregnant, someone that is pregnant. So you can say huwa hamil. Hamil in Arabic it is hamil. It is form of male. because it is just more of you saying huwa hamil because there's no ta. Normally, for your own law, it's supposed to be hiya hamila. That's your normal law for the know that because it is just more of you saying hiya akila, hiya shariba, hiya dhahiba, right? So that's the normal law. So now, but they won't say hiya hamila because them are ordinarily not like the one that we have now, like all this Bobrisky of 18 or all this gender. So normally male they don't what the males they don't have pregnant. So Arabic they just use it as a male that here hamil instead of here hamila. So that's the same thing that is happening like here ha'id. So instead of it to be what here ha'idah. So but no, you will never hear Arabic saying that here ha'idah because it's only female, it's only feminine that word that menstruate. So they just say here ha'id. So but it is in form of male symbol but now used for male. So that's what is just trying to explain in that concept. So, but you will get to understand more. So that's zawj. Yeah, it is true. Zawj in Arabic, it means they are both. Zawj is zawj. So they use it for both male and what female in Arabic. But don't forget, that is more of like advanced level something that you will get to understand. So that's just the introductory introduction about what is trying to explain there. So hope there's no any questions before we proceed to our today's class. Is there any questions? To Mumtaz. Okay, Al-Ustad Ibrahim. Faddal. نعم. Al-Ustad Ibrahim, نعم. Faddal. Hello. Can you ask a question, please? Al-Ustad Ibrahim. So I think is not talking. And don't forget, please, if you can't talk, you can always type, right? We will always read the thing, right? So now today, and before we proceed, please don't forget, your assessment is coming up on Friday. That's for the types of Arabic, the types of sentences in Arabic. Please go and read, and make sure you read it perfectly and everything. And this time around, it might be 40 questions or 50 questions, or we can still maintain that our 30 questions. So, and now we might introduce drag and drop, right? The drag and drop formats, so that we'll just change more of like, we'll just try to, it's just more of like a subjective. Instead of everything to be objective, we might introduce some of advanced level of your assessment so that you get to know that someone is not guessing. And again, probably we might, I will introduce that, what I told you, that please, if you are, now we will be using more of like something that has to capture, like it has to capture your, but I don't know how we will go, we are going to do. So that is, you have to use a device that has camera, so that because once you shake your head like this, it will log you out. It means that you are cheating. So you have to just face your screen. If it is phone you are using, your eyes should be on the screen. And it is your system you are using, your eyes should be on your system. So once you shake your head or you do something, so that it's just more of like, just for to measure someone not cheating. And especially if you are the type that look around, shake head, because some people might just put some materials within themselves to cheat. Or if you're the type that some will just open tab, that is, they will open tab to browse, something like that. So all these things, inshallah, your next assessment, it will be captured. So once you open tab, believe me, it will log you out, and there's nothing like that. And there's nothing like, please log your computer, please. It is by mistake. Just make sure that you compose yourself. But although I've installed like three warnings, that is, it will warn you the first time that you are shaking. Depending on what someone is doing, maybe opening the tab or maybe shaking head, it will warn you that first warning, then second warning, and once you commit the third offense, now it will just log you out and it will be submitted automatically. So please kindly take notes. This is just part of what we want to ensure that everything is right and no one is cheating, right? So, and don't forget, as Muslims, we don't need this, because we are all Muslims, and man ghashana. Right, just do. So this is just more of like it is nothing. It has nothing to do with your. You just keep boozing up. Just do the right thing. Although this one of the things that I hate most is assessment, because people just tend to read to pass, and which is wrong, right? You don't read to pass. You read to learn. You need to understand. That's why we are still behind in Nigeria, because most of us, you see someone is first class, is this, is that, but everything about that person just read to pass. If you are to ask him what, or ask her what he or she has done, there are nothing. And that's why we don't have the practical something. So just learn to read to know, not to read to pass alone. So once you know, you will pass. That's just the automatic way. But the system now is just, now someone will just read for exam and pass, and you would think that it's a waste. Believe me, your certificate is a waste. Your, even though you have 100 over 100, but you just read just to get that award. That's all. Nothing. And in the future, it will come back to you, because people will put more eye this thing on you. And once you are not committing, that's all. So please just read to just right, learn to read, right, and your reading should be for knowledge, not just for you to just for passing, which I believe that some will just open their notebook just because doing assessment. It's wrong, right? So inshallah, alhamdulillah. So today we will start with our lesson 4, and which I've told you. Can you see my screen, please? Can we see my screen, please? Oh, it's not displaying.
No, no,
Okay, sorry, I've not
no.
shared. Sorry, let me share. Um, so Mumtaz, Alhamdulillah. And please don't forget our dictionary. Someone observed something which is very, very important. But although, because that thing I installed just more of like what we call like just more of like a dictionary format. But I will, the person, I think it is Ustaz, Al Ustaz Hamza, that the words are mixing. That's our Arabic Voc 1. Arabic Voc 1, that the number, like the newly words that have been uploaded, that it will mix with the previous one. Yeah. The reason it is because I've already programmed it that it should be in form of like dictionary, that so that it will be easier for someone to like what's the name, to search, so that you like, let's say if you are looking for a letter that has to be with bar, it will be easier for you to see all the bar words under that, right? So that's why. But I think if that one is confusing, I think I will just change the format so that it will be just be more of like the one that's, once the one I upload is the one that you will see, day one, day two, day three. But me, I think that that dictionary one will be more okay, so that it will be easier for you to navigate. If you are looking for app, or if you are looking for am, you know that the letter must be in ein, right? Let's say that you want to remember something, so it will be easier for you to navigate than to you to just be search like what's the name, like nest till when you find the word. But with the dictionary format, it will be easier for you to what to find that word. That's one. Secondly, and I'm also trying to integrate, inshallah, very soon. Once I'm done, you will see the update. I'm trying to update the platform so that it will be able to support a lot of languages, ranging from even from Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, or so that you'll be able to like automatically the portal will be translated to your own language depending on what you want. And but the our major one that we want, they just be Arabic English. I want it to be bilingual. That is, the portal should be bilingual, especially Arabic English. But later on, and inshallah, before the end of this first phase, so I'm still doing the programming. So once I'm done, inshallah, you will see the update. That is, if you want it in Hausa, everything will be changed to Hausa. If you want it to English, it will be English. If you Yoruba, if you Arabic. So depending on your own choice, just for you to just have good experience with the portal, and for you, because all what we want is just understanding. It's just all about you. Just so if you are learning something and you are not understanding it, it's just more of like and later on a lot of things will be installed, that so that we get to, it will be inshallah one of the best platform that you will ever experience. That wow, that you even hate school more, that school, nothing is in school, right? Please, someone is raising his hand before we start. Hello, Ustaz Ali. Before we continue, is there any question? Hello, Ustaz Ali. Do you have question, or just by mistake? Hello, فضل. هل هو معنا؟ طيب إذن تو I think he's not talking. So الدرس الرابع الدرس الرابع. So Um, this our lesson 4. Someone Today someone made that mistake that is beside me when should I say that one of my students. So that person say ad-darsul arba'a. Although you get to understand why it is not arba'a this time around, that it is rabi'. That's why we learn it during when we are learning hukm al-adad ma'al ma'dud. How Arabic used to join that now with numbers. So that's why you now see al-awwal awwal واحد أحد will now change to أول. ثانية اثنان will not change to الثاني. ثلاثة will change to الثالث. You will get to understand why it is like that and the law attached to it. There's one mistake that a lot of people used to make, which we'll get to understand inshallah once we've reached the part. That is when you now see how people used to make that mistake if they are joining it. So because the format will change completely. So inshallah, it's sweet, mashallah. That's one of the topics that I love teaching. That hukmul adad ma'al ma'adud, how you attach numbers in Arabic, is very. Now, if I ask one of you now to say 1999 in Arabic, that person will be thinking that how will I start from 1999? Wow, what? Don't worry, it is not hard. Yeah, you get to understand how it's been done. Just law. I told you just law and just follow and just apply. خلاص انتهى. تو ان شاء الله اليوم ننتقل الى الدرس الرابع والدرس يدور الحوار بين احمد ومحمد. احمد ومحمد. تو اذا someone is trying to join. Let me. So mashallah, we've already seen this in our dictionary. We've learned all like al-jad, al-am, al-khal. Now, al-jad is what is grandfather, but we say the grandfather, sorry, because of this al in Arabic, which I've already explained the concept. Al-jaddu, the grandfather, right? Without this alif or lam, it will be jaddun, a grandfather. Al-ammu, it is uncle. Now, please listen. These two words that you are seeing now in Arabic, it used to confuse a lot of people. So we have therefore this al-am al-khal. We have am, we have amma, we have khal, we have khala. You see these two words, it's used to what confuse a lot of people. Now please listen. For am, al-am. So now this one, al-am and al-amma, the male and the female, these two, it is for the paternal side, that is the father side. While al-khal and al-khala, it is for the mother side, right? Please just first hold that one. Al-am and al-amma for father side, al-khal and al-khala for the mother side, that's the maternal parent, right? So now for al-am, am means akhul ab, that is uncle, but this one it is the male, that is the uncle, your uncle, that is from your paternal side, but the male it's called what? It's called am. Al-amma, it is aunt, but under the paternal side, right? Not the mother. People use the mistake is that people al-amma, people used to that is they used to categorize it under the mother side. No, it is the your aunt, but what under your paternal parent, your like your father side. Al-am, uncle, but for father. Then auntie, aunt for what? For your for father, right? Al-khal, it's uncle, but what? For your mother, right? Your mother side, it's called khal. While al-khala, it was aunt for your mother side. Please hope you've gotten this before we proceed. Hope we have understood it now. So the mistake is that people say al-am is your uncle, your for your father, then al-amma your aunt for your mother. It's wrong, right? Am for the paternal, but am is for the uncle, while the amma is for the aunt, but for your father side, right? Al-khal, and then is what? The aunt for, sorry, the uncle for the mother side, and then al-khala, the aunt for the mother side. Please hope that's clear. Al-Ustaz Ali, you are raising your hands. Al-Ustaz Ali, so you done? So now please hope we've gotten this now. Al-Jad, the plural is called Ajdad. Ajdad. Fahimna? Jad. Al-Jad. Ajdad. Al-Am. A'mam. See, this is the law. Once you see something like this in Arabic, 99% of the words, Fatha, Shadda, Dhamma, or Dhammatain, Fatha, Shadda, Ala, Wazdun, Allun, right? So once you see something like this, because this thing is Fa'lun, the origin is Fa'lun. This, anywhere you see Shadda in Arabic, it means two, right? That letter is two, which we will get to learn, we will get to understand later on, inshallah. That I think towards our ending of this beginner phase, you will get to understand how Arabic letters are being derived, right? So you get to understand the origin. That is, the first person to create this letter that you are using is called Nasir bin Asim al-Laythi. He's the first person to bring about this. So the Khalil we have, Khalil was one that introduced Makharij, that okay, how ha is pronounced ha, kha, da, tha, she, is one that introduced that. But the person that now introduced a symbol, something that you've learned in school, yeah, you must have learned something called numbers are under mathematics. Numbers are and what numerals, right? The numbers, it's just the numbers are just more of like concepts, right? To represent quantity of something. Why the numerals, they are the symbols that we use to what recognize those what quantities. For example, now we say one. One can be one, but what is the thing that I will see to recognize that this is one? So that's what they call numeration, right? So this is the same thing that happened in Arabic also. So they created this Hamza, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha for us to recognize what we are pronouncing, right? It is something that is being created for us, just for us to recognize, because especially, and this thing came into existence when people started entering into Islam, especially those that are not Arabians. So they now started seeing a lot of issues in Arabic, even in Quran too also. So a lot of issues now started coming, because now since it is not my language, so they don't, and there are some languages that they don't have some sounds, right? So they now tend to be just try to blend with their own language, which is not correlating with each other. That's why they started introducing these laws. So that's why they started the letters and then the symbols. Isha, you will get to understand how it's been derived. It's very, very easy. So you see how they permutate everything. Oh, okay, Fatha, how they try to yes, Nasir. Yes, the name is Nasir bin Asim al-Laythi. Al-Laythi. That's what we call lion in Arabic. Layth. Al-Laythi. Nasir bin Asim al-Laythi. So it's one that introduced, that arranged. So because let's just give you a brief introduction so that you get to understand. So now we have al-huruf in Arabic letters. When Nasr when they wanted to introduce it, so introduce it in form of, first initially it was introduced without signs, without dots, nothing. So because they are Arabians, they know how to read. Now, for example, let's give you an example now. Ba, ta, tha, ba, ta, tha, they are the same. There's no difference. No dots, no one dot for ba, no two dots for ta, no three dots for tha. Ba, ta, tha, the same level. Jim, ha, ha, the same. They are written the same without any difference, right? So it was this asim that came to now started differentiating, okay, dots to differentiate ba from ta, or from tha, jim from ha, ha. So now why it's like that is because then, and this is one of the things that this is one of the things that causes what we have today as qira'at, that we have different recitation, because Uthman compiled Quran when people started reciting Quran like in a way that is not wow, because let's give you one so that the story, so you get to understand it very well. One of the people that contributed a lot to Quran that we have today is Shia, because we can say that they are one of the first sets that we have during Islamic regime, Shia. So that's why some of them till date they don't believe that Quran is complete today because of some things that happened then. So then, let's say sin, shin, no difference, right? Like what I've said initially, that ba, ta, tha, no difference. Jim ha, no difference. Dal, no difference. Dal and dal, they are written the same thing. There's no dot then, initially then. So when people now started entering into Islam, there's one of the examples. Let's see this ayah in the Surah Al-A'raf that Allah said that وَعَذَابِ أُصِيبُ بِهِ مَنْ أَشَاءَ. فهمنا هذا؟ So he said عَذَابِ أُصِيبُ بِهِ what? Man أشاء. Right? So now, but initially in the Quran before, since we say that shin and sin, no difference, without any dot differentiation, so some people now used to recite it as عذابي أصيب به من أساء. And normally, in our own normal human being thinking, that asa'a is more correct than that asha'a. Because how will these are all these what these people that we call mulhidun, all these mustashrikun, the one that I told you one story about them that did sort to Yusuf on last week or during our previous class. So the same thing too happened here, that they say how will Allah say that Adabi usibi him that I will punish anyone that I wish to punish? Because they will say that how will Allah say that? It is not okay. Why will you punish? So if that is the case, then I should be doing anyhow. Right? Then it means that I can be doing anyhow. Yes, I can do anything, since Allah has already decided that He will punish that anyone that He wishes to punish. Then which means I can do anything. That's per their own contradiction. That no, that why will Allah say Adabi usubihi man asha'a? So now under other Quran that is without dots, then they say Adabi usubihi man asa'a. You see this one now, this is now what is corresponding with normal love of our own this thing, because the meaning is that asa means someone that has done bad thing. That is, I will inflict my punishment on someone that has done bad. Yes, it means that that's correct. If you do good, you will receive good, and if you have done bad, you will be punished. So did I say that okay, this asa is more correct than the asha? Right? So these are things that now started entering. Right? And Quran is tawatur. That, but why would I say that that's asa? Why would I say asha, not asa? So that's why the not started. This is one of the things that leads to the compilation of Quran there. That no, let's start introducing dots. So that's when this Sheikh Nasir bin Asim al-Laythi, that's why he now differentiates between ba, ta, tha. That's that one dot on ba, ta, one dot on ta, tha, one dot on two dots for ta, just to differentiate, especially for those that are not Arabians. Because the Arabians, they already know. It is their nature just to read, to recite. They've known what is right. But the people that are entering Islam, they are the ones that don't know. So that's why he now differentiated them. The same thing that happened to letters, that's the same thing that happened to ashkar that we have, the fatha, kasra, dhamma, and the sukun. These are the ashkar that we have. Fatha, kasra, dhamma, sukun. You see the remaining ones, fathatan, kasratan, alif mad, waw mad, yaw madi, all these, shadda, they are all derived from these four. So which we will learn later on. Hope we've gotten a little bit about that, what I'm just trying to explain there. So now, most words now, that is not this fa alone. Shadda now, like this is what took us to that explanation. Shadda in Arabic, it is because before Quran was very big. Quran before, initially, I told that Shadda means two letters, but into one. It means that the first one is sukun, while the second one is haraka. If you say abba, it means that fatha, then the first bar sukun, then the second bar fatha is abba. But then Quran was so lengthy then. So I think I've seen there's one museum that I went to that I saw the Odin Quran. It was as big, very tall. Because then they were writing everything. There's no difference, because they were using just four harakat. Fatha, kasra, dhamma, sukun for everything. There's nothing like fathatan, kasratan, dhammatan. It is the scholars. There's something that we call ilm al-dabt under Quran that you will learn if you are the type that has specialized in the Quran. That is when they started introducing all these signs. It is the ulama al-dabt that's now introduced all these concepts just to make Quran to be very small for us as we are seeing today. So they are the one that made it to be very small when they introduced this fatahatan symbol, the kasratan, the dummatan, and the shadda, the mad, alif mad, waw madiyya. So that's when the Quran was not as small as how we have it today. But before, like now, if I want to write this jed, I will write jim dal dal, two da, the jim fatha, then dal sukun, then da dhamma, jed do, right? Then they now compress it into one to introduce that shadda. Hope that's clear. So any word, 99% of words that comes in this that come in this format, the plural is always is mostly af'al. Jaddun ajdad, ammun a'mam. And if this one is also kesra, is jaddu, jiddu, juddu. So mostly it's also is af'al, right? Diddu, adad, which one? Shaddun, ashdad, right? So most words that just apply the law. The plural is af'al, right? Al-khalu, the plural is akhwal, akhwal. Jaddu, ajdad, that's your grandfather. Ammu, your uncle for the paternal side. A'mam, khalu, akhwal. Ad-daif in Arabic, it means what? It means visitor. Ad-daif, so we have, you can call it duyuf. Yes, you can call it duyuf. And you can also call it ad-diyaf. Someone said to join. And you can also call it difan, right? So this is what we call jam'ul jam' in Arabic. That is whereby a word will have more than one plural, right? So daif, you have it duyuf, ad-diyaf, difan, and that is a visitor. As-sahifa means newspaper, and we can call it suhuf or sahaif, newspaper. Then al-mirasha, it means what? Watering can. What you use to wet flowers, watering can, is what we call mirasha. Don't forget our ismul ala, mim, mi, mirasha, and the plural is mirash, right? Al-ushb means grass, ushb, a'shab, right? Ushb, ushbu, a'shab, right? So then az-zukam means kata, zukam, that you know. So it means what? It means kata. In Arabic, it has no plural, right? Zukam is zukam, right? As-suda is what? Is headache. Headache is suda. Headache is headache, no plural for that because it is amrad. It is what we call what's the name? Sickness, right? So zukam is kata and suda is what? It is headache. Yas'a means someone is jogging. That's why we learn to know about sa'ayun today. Sa'ayun in Arabic. Okay, I can hear him though. Someone is not hearing me. Someone can't hear me. And makharij too. What in? Okay, sorry. Someone is asking. Please come again from Nasr bin Asim. Yeah, Nasr bin Asim al-Laythi is the one that invented the what that arranged the letters, that introduced the ba, ta, tha, and differentiated them. That the ba should have dots, the ta should have 2 dots. Is one that arranged them like that. Before, let me give you one example today so that you get to understand. The one that they used before, it is called what? Al-huruful abjadiyya. So that's why if you know this book, what we call Al-Qa'idatul Baghdadiyya, the last page of that Al-Qa'ida, you will see something that is written as abjad, hawaz, hutti, kalamun, sa'afas. So that's the origin of the Arabic letters then. The first letter then was Hamza, then followed by Ba, then followed by Jim. The third letter was Jim, then Dal. It was not arranged. That's how Arabic used to recite their letters. It's Hamza, Ba, Jim, Dal, Haw, Waw, Zai. That's how it is arranged. It was this nursery that came and arranged them to, Ba, Ta, Tha to be the same, Jim, Ha, Ha to be in the one, Dal, Dal. Hope you have understood it. But for the makharij, it is Khalil. It's Khalil. It's Khalil bin Ahmed. Khalil is the one that. So that's why they say in for ulama tajweed, they say al Khalil dhaq al huruf. So that's one of the things that they used to dhaq al huruf and something that's how they used to describe him. But the one that I could remember now is they say dhaq al huruf, that he was one that came and say okay. So and one of the concepts that he used then, it was sukun. Because it is only sukun that you can know how to pronounce letters very well in Arabic. Please, if for our Quran scholars, if you are the type that used to teach what's the name tajweed, Please, if a student is finding it difficult to pronounce a letter, please always teach that makhraj with sukun. Now, if you want to teach someone how to pronounce ha, don't just say ha, he, hu. No, attach it with sukun, like 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 for ha, you say ich, yeah? For that, you say id, ud. That's how you teach makharij. Not just like ha, he, who. Let's say the, thu. No. It is not so, because that's what Khalil did then. Khalil is ذاق الحروف, he did it with sukun. So that's it. He say ab. So they okay. Alba min shafa. So you not note it down, because you can never get the origin of that letter except with sukun. I will teach you more. See, if you start Fatha alone, how Fatha is being derived, you will see wallahi that these scholars, they've really tried. That's why as a Muslim today, if you don't know how to recite Quran, you will chop your head because they have really made everything to be easier for us. You don't have any excuse as a Muslim today to say that I don't know how to recite Quran, because they've really made everything to be easier for us, right? So these are the scholars that have made everything okay. Like this Khalid now say okay, it started from Hamza. I said okay, is not pronounceable with sukun. I say okay, that's why we have badal today. Okay, okay. So we don't have it will be difficult. That's why we now have e. That's what got us to know badal today in the tajweed, which you also know later on. I told you everything that you are learning in tajweed. Quran is different from tajweed, from Arabic, just for 4 things. But any other topics that you are learning from tajweed, you must surely learn it in Arabic. Right, but the mu'jiza that Allah now used, let's give you as just just bonus today. The difference, those people that used to say that Arabic and Quran they are not the same. See, tell them Arabic, Quran, they are the same thing 100% except 4 things. So the tahaddiyah that Allah created, the mu'jiza that Allah now incorporated into Quran, it is just more of like the tahaddi that Allah used, that fa'tu bisiratin min mithli, just for someone to just tahaddi now, that to challenge someone that if you know you have this, because the Arabians, they used to boast that we have this. Then Allah now brought 4 things in Quran to differentiate Arabic, and this is your bonus, and I have to collect my money for that, because these are just some special things that I used to, believe me, if you start teaching tajweed, you get to know that wow, there are a lot of things that you guys need to know. See, there are a lot of things that we need to change, that how the mode of teaching, like some things, there are a lot of things, Isha. So this is one of the things. Now, the difference, if you are asked now, what's the difference? Quran and Arabic, the same thing. But the difference is just 4 things. The first thing, the tahaddi that Allah used in Quran, in mode of recitation, Allah introduced mud. But in Arabic, there's no mud. And one of the mud that you know, that one of the things that causes mud is Hamza. Once you see mud and then Hamza is coming after it, you have to what? You have to prolong it. So now, let's say, for example, now Arabic, you can never hear Arabic say that Halija Musa. So I will say that, what is this man saying now? Just imagine that now that someone is talking, I say Halija Musa. See, before that person will finish talking, you have already run away. That what is this one saying now? Or let's say let's give one example again, that you say let's say al-anaji to min al-bayt. People say that, okay, Oga, what are you saying now? Because before you prolong that person has already died. So now this is one of the tahaddi that Allah incorporated into Quran that is not in Arabic one. The second one is what we call gunna. So that is, there's something that we call nagma, which is part of what it is. This is part of the things that I told people is a mistake. Believe me, there are a lot of things that I used to correct, but some people used to see me like, maybe, should I say that I'm antagonist, or I'm like, because now, let's give you one example. Those people that used to do musabaka, you will see someone else saying that they will be incorporated some nagma, that some like as if they are dancing. Yeah, those the kind of things, right? It's wrong. It's wrong in Quran, right? It's wrong. The nagma that Allah brought It is not that kind of yeah, and you will not see some Muslims say Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. Which kind of Allah Akbar? This is wrong. That's why there's yes, it is Allah's prophet said that Zayyinu aswadakum bil Quran, that yes, that we should beautify Quran with our sounds, right? But not all the sound that people are just incorporating. It's wrong. Now you see now, that's why this Yoruba language, they have something that they call Markaziya, Adabiya. There was a time that I condemned that it's wrong. You can incorporate this sound, but you have to follow the normal law, right? So all this is wrong. So the second difference that Quran has over Arabic, it is that Nagma. Now we've all learned al-qalb, that's iqlab, we've learned idgham, and we know that there's gunna there, right? So now just imagine now that you are talking, then you are now say that may yaf'al hadha sa'adribu. Someone will say that is this ustaz singing it or is it dancing it? Just imagine that you say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, may yaf'al hadha. People say that, okay, ustaz, anya, oh, ustaz are not started singing. So this is one of the second thing that Allah created to challenge them that, okay, Arab, when they are talking, there's no nagma, there's no gunna, they don't say that, but here we have it, right? So the third one, should I continue? Let me give you as assignment because of our class, please. This is something else. You're supposed to learn this inside your tajweed, not here. Please, let me reserve the remaining two. I will later on, please, if you want to hear the remaining, come and give me something so that I'll give you. so the next one is, someone is saying what? Let me ask the question. Okay, the Makharij, it is Khalil that invented it. And is it from my end? I can't hear anything. Okay, Shuk's Zakiya. Hope you can hear me now. I can hear him though, okay? Repeat the meaning of the word. Which word is that, please? Okay, you see the one that I've read, sound of singer, not the chorus. Okay, sound of singer, thank you, yeah. Because it's wrong. Please, just use your normal sound, right? So if you want to, there's something that we call taqlid. That is, if you want to imitate, but please don't just introduce some unnecessary sounds there. So that's why you this Sheikh Al-Khaqani say that ya man yarumu tilawat al-Qur'ani wa yarudu shawa a'immat al-itqani la tahsab at-tajwid madda mufrita aw madda ma la madda fi aw madda ma la madda fi. So there are some things that people just introduced. Now let's give you one more example. Now there was a time that I told them that what today's read here is wrong. Believe me, people started tackling me that, oh God, and I don't used to say it outside because there are some things. This is one of the mistakes that we normally do as Muslims now. Someone made mistake, and instead of you to call that person, you go online, say that this ustaz has done mistake, it's wrong. It's wrong. No, please, it's wrong to do that as a Muslim. Call the person if you have the chance to call that person, say, please, this person, this is what you've done. And if that person persists and insists that nothing, so that's when you can now come out, because Quran is already preserved and so on. Now, there was a time that, or it is just now that Sudes has really changed. Please don't say this outside though, because Sudes is a very big scholar that someone can just go out there and just one single mistake will not make you to now be saying bad thing about him. No, we all used to make mistake, but just for you to know as a student of knowledge and to caution some people doing that. Now you see before. You see that Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. So that Alamin that he's doing, it's wrong. That mud, the mud is not there. But why Alamin? So all this kind of thing, that the negment that people used to put that is wrong. So there are a lot of things, a lot that we just have to just keep quiet. So if you are, that's why I have a law saying that not everything you say outside. There are some things that is just within the class that you say it. While we have class discussion and we have mock discussion. But the problem we have today that something that needs to be discussed in class, people now go out there to discuss it. For example, now there was a time that I was when I was addressing my female students then, that's when I told them that about one of the things that is allowed for them doing before marriage, but believe me, but if they should know about it, they will take it as this bonus. So that's why, see now, but that's why we can't just be saying it outside because of the this thing that it will cause outside. Because now, let me tell you the law, but this should be just within us. So, hope we don't have females there tonight, so that they won't use that as their bonus too. That okay, before marriage, now I'll give my husband this condition. So hope they, and if you are here, please, so I will remove you first. So, so now it is allowed in Islam now for a lady to say that okay, if you are to get married to me, you will marry someone else. Yeah, and if the man should agree, yeah, that's never. So we call it. So they've already agreed. That's the one of the that's meaning of act. That is, you are doing contract. Okay. Who is clapping? Is that Alusada Latifa? Oh, nah. I have to remove you first. Please. So but this thing can be discussed outside, right? It can be discussed outside because a lot of women, ladies, they will misuse it, right? They will misuse it. But once the contract has been said, okay, this is my condition, and if the man should agree to it, so that woman can fight for whole, and that if the other should violate it, so because that's meaning of act. That act, it has a lot of things inside. So they are just the things that happen. Oh my God, we've exhausted our time. Oh, sorry. So any more questions? Someone say that Ya Sheikhana, you are just making us to laugh today. Okay, Alhamdulillah, that's what we want. Please tell me what, I don't understand this. فتح الله عليكم يا شيخنا وعليكم أيضا. أقول وإياكم كلاهما صحيح. فهمنا هذا. They are females. Oh, okay, yeah, gaskiya, but don't worry, I've reserved it. But let me give you. It also has conditions. So if you are at home, please don't just go and start misusing that outside. So hope you've got into this class. Okay, Al-Jad, grandfather, Al-Am, the uncle for the father side, Al-Khal, the uncle for the mother side, right? The mother, Al-Daif, that's the visitor, Al-Sahifa, newspaper, Al-Mirasha, what we use to wet flowers. Then Al-Ushbu, that's the grass, Al-Zukam, Kata, Al-Suda' is what? Headache. Yas'a is joking. This last word, Yajiddu, is also a mistake. The initial Yajiddu means someone that is hardworking. That is someone that is trying, hardworking. So that's what Yajiddu. But the initial word that is corresponding with this, it is the opposite of this in Arabic. So the initial printing, it is Haba Yahbu. So if you have the previous edition, you will see that it is Yahbu that is written, not Yajiddu. But if it is, you have this Yajiddu, it means what? Someone that is trying, that is hardworking. That's Yajiddu. But if it is Yahbu, it means crawling, jogging, and this one is crawling. Someone to crawl, for a baby to crawl. Hope you've gotten that one. Haba Yahbu. Yas'a Yahbu. Hope that's clear now. Any questions, please? Hope that's clear now. So Alhamdulillah, please, we can't move further because of time, but I hope you understand, and I hope you enjoy today's edition also. Inshallah, during our next class, we will complete our lesson and we move further, inshallah. So any question? Please, can anyone hear him? Yes. Or someone should reply him if you can hear me. Please ask a question, and if you have a question, please ask your question. If you can't talk, you can always type Al-Ustaz Ali. You have been raising your hands. Faddal. Wa alaikum salam. The what? Okay, the words again. Okay. Al-Jaddu, the grandfather. Your father's father, right? Al-Ammu, the uncle, but for your father's side, Ammu, uncle. Al-Khalu, uncle, but the mother side. Is that clear? The first one is paternal, while this one is maternal, but they are both male. Ad-Daifu, the visitor, someone that came to visit you, and the plural is Duyuf, right? Hal ataka hadithu Daif Ibrahim, right? Daif, that is visitor. Sahifa means newspaper, that is Sahaif, the one that you used to buy, Vanguard, all this is called Sahifa. and the plural is sahaif, right? Mirasha, it means was watering can. That is what we use to water flowers, right? It is ismul ala, and the plural is marash, right? Al-ushbu jamu a'shab. That's كل كلمة جاءت على وزن فعل, like this one فعل فعل فعل. فدائما دائما جمعه أو جمعها تأتي على وزن أفعال. فهمنا هذا؟ عشب, العشب عشب أعشاب, that is grass, what you are watering, right? Then az-zukam is what we call kata. If you have kata, kata in Arabic is called zukam. As-suda' means what? Headache. That is the one that used to your head. Yes'a, it means someone that is jogging. That's what we have now in our Hajj. That was as-sa'yu. That there's one that sa'yu that all these pilgrims, the Hajj, the al-Hajj that they used to do as-sa'yu. So the verb is sa'a yas'a. Is yas'a sa'yan. Right? So he is jogging. Someone to jog is called yas'a. Is jogging. Yajiddu, if it is this word, this is their new edition, but the former edition it is yahbu, and that the yahbu is the correct one because that's what is corresponding with this. But if it is this yajiddu, it is the past tense of jadda. That is someone to do hard work, right? To put effort on something. So that's for this yajiddu. That is hardworking. Then for the yahbu, it is crawling. Haba, the person is haba, like sa'a. Yahbu, that is yaf'ulu. That is, he is crawling. Hope you've gotten it now. نعم هل من سؤال آخر؟ Do you have another question? Don't forget, if you have more questions, you can always type.
السلام عليكم شيخنا.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. شيخ تفضل.
شيخ لله أحتاج التوضيح حول كلمة يسعى.
Okay, yes'a. Okay, yes'a
نعم.
means jogging, someone to jog, not running. So we have masha, that is yemshi. The masha means to walk, right? That's what your normal walking, that if you are going into something. Why the yes'a? You are just somehow, we have, so it is of the three stages. We have masha, we have sa'a, we have jaro. These are the three things. Masha is the normal walk that you should walk, right? That if you are going to school, not like, or if you are strolling for nuzha, so that walk is called masha. Or if you are going to somewhere with your friend, so you say mashait or amshi, right? So now that's for. But if you are jogging, like your morning training, like jogging, so it is yes'a. That is same thing. That's the concept that they remove from this al-hajj. Now.
نعم. أما في كتاب أخرى الذي أدرس مع بعض الطلاب هنا.
نعم.
جاء مثلا العبارة
الماذا؟
يزحف كلمة
يزحف زحف من زايون ها وماذا؟
حاف.
Okay, zahafa. No. That one is it is not this thing. There's something that oh my god, it's like you have there's something that you missed. Maybe you've missed one of my class when I was explaining the concept of this Yusuf something, and this is one of the things. You know what? See, there are some things that we need to get about that how we use words in Arabic, right? So now, for example, now, like the one that I told you about this history of this Yusuf, right? About why will Allah use akala, not iftarasa. Now, for this zahafa, it is also crawling, right? But we call it. It is. Should I call it? There is a word that they call it. If I could remember in English, I think is it creeping. If I can recall creeping, creeep.
No.
So, but it is crawling. It is still more of like a crawling, right? So, but there's something that I just want you to get to today. That there are some words that we have some animals or that is just used for. right? So now we can't say like goat is yemshi. We can't use yemshi for like goat, right? Or let's say that we can't use for
نعم
car, that we can't say car is yemshi as sayara temshi or as sayara tas'a.
نعم نعم
What we use, see safina now. So Allah use, why is it that as safina tajri, not at tasi now we say at-ta'ira, that's aeroplane tatir, right? We have what, but they say as safina, they will not say tajri. So these are the things that you get to. Our class is up. Oh my God! Please note, we will continue next week, inshallah. So we will get to. I will explain more of the concept later on, inshallah. Yeah, please. So hope you enjoyed the class. It will off us now because our time is already off. Is already up. So
جزاكم
see
الله
you
خير
in our next class, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa da'an.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته